Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you all for appearing today. And thank you so much for the job you're doing, because the coal industry provides Australia's #1 export income earner, vying with iron ore. It also turns on all these lights, thanks to you, and every bit of steel that shapes everything in this room. So thank you. I worked in the coalface at Goonyella. I won't tell you when. And I worked in the coalface at my first permanent job at Saraji. So I feel like a kinship with you guys. And I've worked underground at Collinsville, so I understand Central Queensland Underground, and ran a large mine in Central Queensland. And I've worked in the Hunter Valley and as a coalface miner and as a manager. I also made a submission to the inquest or the inquiry at Grosvenor, and I agree entirely with what you just said about safety. I agree with much of your submission. I disagree with some aspects of the government's solution because I don't think it's identified the root cause. I want to make it very clear, I'm totally opposed to the permanent casual reward. It never would have happened when I was in the mining union, which is quite a while ago. It would never have happened while I was a mine manager. But unfortunately, it's a blight on the industry and it's happening now. Let me ask you some questions. Mr. Arnold, you're working on what sort of roster are you working?
7 and 7.
Okay. Mr. West, are you on a roster?
I'm on a roster, yeah, but I'm on what's called the lifestyle roster. It's the 5 days, 4 days, 5 days, 4 days roster.
Mr. Arnold, you're on a
7
okay.
roster, yeah.
7.
Okay. Could each of you tell me the award value is for your job on the roster you're working?
So I'm obviously casual, and currently my award is $54 an hour.
What is it for the year?
For the year, well, we get bonuses as well.
Just the award value of your work?
Yeah, approximately 120,000.
120,000, okay.
168.
120.
And you're a permanent, aren't you?
Yep.
I don't mean to be pointing at you, but you're a permanent.
Yeah, yep.
120? Okay.
175.
And you're a permanent?
Yes.
Yeah. So the two permanents are getting 168 and 175, and the two labour hire are getting 120 and 120.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you aware that the current value of the Black Coal Mining Industry Award for a mine worker on a base hourly rate of just $30.17 is approximately $160,000?
Oh, how did you? I'll have to ask, I suppose, Senator, but because we might have different figures and different calculations to work that out.
Yeah, that's based upon a miner in the Hunter Valley doing a work value case for his complaint based on a roster that's been updated to today.
Okay.
160,000. 2 lawyers have checked it, another agency has checked it. They've all complied.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say earning too much or too little. I just want to know the value. That's all.
Yeah.
Very few people in the industry know the value, and that's why they're getting dudded. Is there a classification in any of your EAs called casual?
No, not in mine.
I don't think so.
I don't.
Oh, yours wouldn't be.
I don't think we've got an enterprise agreement yet.
Okay. Is there a pay rate? So no one's casual. Mr. Hughes, have you ever seen a pay rate defined for a casual in the coal mining industry?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Work packs agreement for a start.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a number of labour hire agreements that'll have a casual minimum rate.
Is there a leave loading specified?
I think work packs actually breaks down what they pay in terms of penalties to build up to a flat rate.
That's the work backs here later.
Mm.
So, but do they have a casual loading specified?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do,
They
Senator.
do. Okay. Is there a classification in your award? You're all working under the Black Coal Mining Industry Award, enhanced by an enterprise agreement. Is there a classification called casual?
Schedule B of the award, yes.
Thank you for the staff.
Mm.
Clerical, technical, supervisory. Okay. Now, I understand that Operational Services Enterprise Agreement was rejected some time ago, a couple of years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Mr.
2018 from memory. They lodged their application for the OS maintenance and OS production agreements. We managed to challenge those agreements. They were both not approved by the Commission. We started negotiations, and I think it's been 2.5 years or something like that we've been going for. Yeah.
Still negotiating?
The OS maintenance agreement was voted up earlier this year. That was submitted to Fair Work for approval. We raised more challenges to that. BHP OS withdrew the agreement from the application process. BHP production is currently waiting for the Commission to hear evidence from both sides about whether it should be approved or not.
My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, through the media and through miners, I've done a lot of work in the Hunter Valley because of a specific issue there, and we've transferred that into central Queensland as well. My understanding is that the OS failed the boot test. Is that correct?
From the first 2 applications, my understanding is yes, on a number of grounds. Yep.
Thank you. And yet the Chandler McLeod Group enterprise agreement in the Hunter Valley pays far less than the OS original application.
Oh,
So how can that be?
well, that's a good question, Senator. I've got
is.
nothing to do with the Hunter Valley Chandler McLeod agreement, so I'm not over that. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't put my name to it if I was. Are any of you involved in the OS Operational Services Enterprise Agreement negotiation?
I am.
Okay. How's that? Can you characterise it? Describe it a bit to me.
Groundhog Day.
Sorry?
That's the simplest explanation I can give. It's like Groundhog Day. We show up, we sit across the table like we are similar to this, and we put forward our claims, we try to negotiate our claims, and we get told no each time.
What is a casual? I know there's no classification in the award, but let's
In
put
my
that aside
view-
for a minute. Yeah. What is a casual?
In my view, a casual employee would be someone who works irregular hours and has an irregular roster with no security of employment for ongoing work.
Senator Roberts, now it's time to go to Senator Lambie.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Lambie.